Bob, because you were in an embassy at one point that had to be rescued, and because of that experience, you've said it's crucial to know whether on that night there was a so-called critic message from Libya. What is that, and why is it so important?
Well, normally when a CIA station or base or embassy is under attack, the CIA sends in what's called a critic, and it informs the president, and it can't be filtered out that a U.S. facility is being under organized attack.
It goes straight to the president.
And what this does, it goes right to the president by law. It bypasses all circuitry, and it gives the military authority to move. Now, my question: did the CIA send a critic? Was the president alerted? Was the Pentagon alerted? Because at that point, there was no question that the mechanisms could be put in place to rescue the consulate and the people there. This should come out in the hearing. This is not a sensitive channel, but it's very important for decision-making inside Washington.
And of course, also very important as to whether the President of the United States knew and ultimately, then would be held responsible for whatever decision was or wasn't made. Tim, on this point, Hicks, again, Gregory Hicks, whose testimony we have, is seizing on the fact that the United States insulted the Libyan president. The Libyan president came out right away and said that this was a terrorist attack. Obviously, we all know that the administration refused to do so for days. And he says that because of that, the Libyan government then did not want to help and did not allow the FBI to come in. So 23 days went by before the FBI came into Benghazi, during which time people could roam freely through the consulate. As you both know, a CNN reporter during that time obtained the diary of Ambassador Stevens in the consulate. Is that allegation fair? If we had handled this differently, would the FBI really have been in there before? Would it have made a difference?
Well, Erin, I happened to be on the FBI squad for almost 10 years that was responsible for the Middle East and Africa. And we deployed typically, even if we didn't have country clearance, we were wheels up and we were on our way there, and sometimes we'd get the clearances upon arrival. And the USS Cole in Yemen is a perfect example in October of 2000. We were wheels up within several hours of that bomb going off, and we landed in Aden, Yemen, to take the dead and wounded off the ship and to do our investigation. And the same thing when the U.S. embassies were blown up in 1998 in Kenya and Tanzania. FBI agents were deployed immediately. So I don't understand how our State Department, immediately after this attack, isn't communicating to the officials in Libya that we need to send an investigative team in there. You would think, because it's on American soil, even though it's a special mission, I believe that's still American soil by our standards, and there are American citizens that are injured and killed. Ordinarily, the FBI would be deployed. And the 23 days, again, it leaves a big question. I don't know that it's a vast conspiracy, but that's a big question. Why weren't they sent in, and nobody was there to secure evidence and to start this investigation?
A big question.